about fresh out of cosmetology school. Fresh out of Cosmo school, like you fresh out. So you just got out. So this is 7 tips for you. This is gonna be, I'm gonna add to this and kind of make it like a series. So this is gonna be part 1 or episode 1, however you want to call it. I usually call it EP, which stands for episode. This is going to be the first one. So whenever I think of something that I want to add to this playlist, I'm going to make it a playlist. It's going to be called Fresh Out of Cosmo School. That means that you just kind of got out of Cosmo School. You haven't been out long. You've been out maybe 3 years or less. Or if you have been out longer than that, you still can look at the playlist. It's going to be, you know, good topics. It's going to be kind of brief. I always say my videos are going to be brief, but sometimes they don't. So just bear with me. But anyway, I try to make it as quick and painless and as knowledgeable as possible. And so, you know, I think sometimes when people just get out of school for cosmetology or when they haven't been out long, sometimes they like, oh God, I gotta find my way. And then you kind of find your way by, you know, doing different things and, you know, learning along the way. So you want to save time and you want to be wise. You want to dot your I's and you want to cross your T's because, you know, it's only so long that you can be in the hair industry, you know, in the service industry. And, you know, I'll talk about that in another video. But also, too, you know, I don't know what all you guys who are maybe new to the industry or maybe fresh out of Cosmo school, I don't know what questions you may have. So please do me a huge favor, drop them down below, and please don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you.
And join my team, join my family. And so I'm gonna do 7 tips here. And so I'm looking down at my notes. My first tip is jot down the 3 top must-haves. Jot down, and I'm talking to you right now, jot down your 3 top must-haves. And so what do I mean by that? I mean jot down what are the 3 top most important things that you're looking for in a salon. So you're fresh out of Cosmo school, you haven't been out long, you may have just gotten out, or you haven't been out but 2 or 3 years. You fresh out of cosmetology school, so you're still learning. So what is your top 3 must-haves? You must do this because you guys, if you don't know what you're looking for, then how are you going to know what type of salon that you want to work in? You got to first, you know, write it down, make it plain, come up with a vision, come up with how you want your brand to be. And then you got to go with that. You start looking for salons that, you know, may fit your brand or fit what you're trying to do. So that's important. You know, if you don't know what you're looking for, then you'll end up in all these different salons and then you'll feel like you've wasted a lot of time. And then hindsight will be 20/20 hindsight. Like when you look back on stuff that already has occurred, you're going to be like, oh my God, why did I do this? Why did I work there? Why? So you want to dot I's, cross T's, you want to prepare and get you a blueprint and, you know, write it down, write your vision down, make it very plain, you know, make it easy to understand to where you know what you're looking for. Now, what's the 3 top things that you must have working in a salon, okay? Write those down. The second tip, I suggest if you fresh out of Cosmo school that you first get in a storefront salon or in a salon that has, you know, more than one stylist, that has several stylists. And what I mean by that is I don't really recommend being fresh out of cosmetology school, fresh out of Cosmo school. I don't recommend that you get in a salon suite. And that's just, you know, what I recommend. Somebody else on their channel, they may be saying something else. They may recommend something else. You may want to do something else, but you're on my channel right now. I'm M. Williams with Sugar Salon TV. Over 30 years in the industry, had 3 salons simultaneously. Not saying that I know it all, but I'm just saying, you guys, you want to dot I's, cross T's. You don't want to waste up years, you know, in a situation, and then 3 years later, 2 years later, 5 years later, you look back and be like, why did I do this? You know, why? Oh, why? So anyway, I would recommend if you fresh out of Cosmo school that you get in a storefront salon or you get in a salon that has several stylists in there. And the reason that I say that is because it's like being at a free hair show every day. You know, when you work in a storefront salon and there's a lot of stylists in there, or you work in another salon where it's a wide open setting, it's a wide open space, and you can look over here at Ray Ray, you can look over here at JoJo, you can look over there at Boo, you can look over there at Susan, you can look over there at Barbara. You're looking at all these hairstylists. You got one over there doing color, you got the other one over there doing highlights, you got this one over there doing an amino, you got that one over there doing a keratin, you got this one doing a flexi rod, this one doing a flat twist, this one doing knotless braids. Your head is on an absolute swivel, just like this, because you guys, you're at literally a hair show and you're in there for free. And it's not that you just go to this hair show once a year. You're at this hair show every day, and it's absolutely free. You don't have to travel out of town to go to this hair show. You don't have to go to downtown Atlanta, downtown Dallas, or wherever you live, downtown LA. You don't have to go downtown nowhere, because you're in a salon that you work in and your head is on a swivel. You're constantly learning every day. Every time you're in that salon, you're learning by watching these other hairstylists. You're also learning by watching the owner, because, you know, if you sometime or maybe once in your life, you may aspire to be a salon owner at some point, then you're watching the owner too. You're learning what to do and what not to do from the owner as well as from the hairstylist. You're learning a constant swivel. Your head is on because you're learning absolutely every single day you're learning. So there's that. So that's what I recommend, that you get in a storefront salon or open salon where you can see all the stylists. Not a closed off salon, not a salon suite, but somewhere where you can be learning. And when you get in there, you learn, and I recommend that you stay in there a year, 2 years. And then once you get that 2 years under your belt, you guys, you're going to be that much ahead of the game. So what's my third tip is vet the salons before you interview. Vet. So what does the word vet, V-E-T, mean? It means to just, you do some research on a salon. Don't just go in the first salon that you find online or that you find on social media that's hiring. Don't do that. You vet and research the salon before you try to attempt to apply, or you inquire about open positions that they may have. Because just like they're going to be interviewing you, you want to interview them as well. So you want to do as much footwork in advance as possible. And so by researching the salon, you want to vet the salon, you want to research the salon, you want to look at their online reviews for the salon, you want to see what kind of reviews they have, see what people are saying. You know, you want to see, and then you want to take you some notes and put down your pros and cons. You know, you take you a sheet of paper, you research that salon, you put the name of the salon at the top of your sheet of paper. You put the pros on one side, on the left, you put the cons on the right side. You look at all the reviews online, you read them, you see what they're saying. If anybody says anything in the reviews about the owner, you look at that. And then you kind of do the averages to see, you know, what percentage are good reviews, what percentage are bad reviews, and what percentage seems kind of neutral. And the neutral ones will be ones where you feel like somebody was just upset and didn't give them a valid or fair review. And then you look at their website, make sure they have a great website presence, make sure they have a great online presence, make sure that they have all the social medias, which is, you know, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube, everything. You look at all of their social media, because you want to make sure that this is a salon owner who represents their brand, who is passionate about their brand. And in all honesty, in my opinion, if a salon owner is passionate about their brand and making sure that people that come work in their place of business, in their salon, if they want to do that, they want to make sure that the people that come work there make money, that they earn a living, that they promote them, then you want to make sure before you even go interview there, you want to make sure that they have a strong online presence. You don't want them to have a mediocre online presence, because if it's mediocre, then in my opinion, it shows me and should show you that the owner is not totally passionate about their brand, or they not taking the time necessary to promote their brand. And then when you go work there, you're probably not going to be as busy, you may not be as promoted, you know, and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you vet them and make sure that they have a strong, not a mediocre, not a mild, not barely in existence, but they have a very strong social media presence.
Thank you.
And to me, you guys, it's a no-brainer, because all of this stuff is free. Like X is free, YouTube is free, TikTok is free, Facebook is free, Instagram free, all this stuff is free. So for a business owner not to have a very strong social media platform, in my opinion, that kind of shows that the owner is not as passionate about the brand, and they're not taking the necessary time to promote their business. So if you're trying to find a salon to work in, you want somewhere that has a very strong social media presence. So look at that, vet that, research that. So tip number 5 is you want to review their salon prices. If they have their prices online, then you want to look online at their prices and see what kind of prices they have. If they have online booking, usually the prices are on there. If you don't see the prices listed out on their website, then the prices may be on their online booking. And then, you know, if you're trying to work there, then of course you're going to be concerned about that. The only reason you're not going to be concerned about their prices is if you're trying to go in as a booth rental stylist, where you pay a weekly booth rental to work there. If you're trying to go in as commission, you definitely want to see what their prices are, see if it kind of lines up with what you have in mind, and you want to research at least 5, 6 or more salons, and you want to have your paper and you want to write down your pros and cons. You want to vet, meaning research, check out the prices and see if you feel like that's fair, because if you think their prices are too low, or if you feel like their prices are too high, and you're trying to go in as a commission hairstylist, then you already know that, you know, that's not going to be on your top 3 list, because their prices are either too low or too high. Review the salon vision. You know, every salon owner must have a vision, in my opinion, and they must have, you know, how they brand themselves and a motto, or how they represent themselves, or how they want to be seen in the community, or how they want to be seen, the people that come, that patronize their business. So look online on their website, look at their vision, their motto, what their beliefs are. Read everything, like research their website to the T. You know, even look for punctuation errors, look for spelling errors. You know, you want to be on it, because wherever you work at, you're going to be seen in that same light because you work there. Even if it's not you that did the website, even if it's not you who set the prices, even if you didn't have a lot to do with a lot of stuff there, definitely it's gonna represent you if you work in a salon and they, you know, their website presence isn't strong, you know, their website doesn't look professional, the images on their website or social media pages don't look professional, they don't have a strong online presence, they don't have a strong social media presence. If you end up working there, that's going to be a representation of you, and that's how people are going to feel about you, the same as they feel about that place. So make sure you look at all that, let that be in your top 7 tips that I'm giving you today. The 6th tip, how long has the salon owner been an owner? You know, sometimes we just, you know, when we are fresh out of Cosmo school, we don't even know what we're looking for. We don't even know what we're trying to do. We don't even know what we need to be trying to research. We kind of blind to the facts. So just like this owner is going to be interviewing, you want to kind of interview them too. And by doing that, what I mean by that, you're looking online, you're trying to learn about the owner. How long has the person been a salon owner? Because just like when you came out fresh out of Cosmo school and you having to learn a lot, this owner has to learn a lot too. So they may be a novice at this, they may be brand new to this, they may not know. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. Sometimes you don't know what questions to ask if you don't know. So they may be in a strong learning curve where they don't have the experience yet. You know, if they don't have, like for me, when I opened up my Storefront salon, I had a very strong corporate background. I had worked in corporate America over 20-something years. So I had a lot of structure, and you know, as part of my personality, there was a lot of structure with my brand. You know, I believe in being on time. All of that was a representation of me and my brand. And the clients that came there, they could say, you know, it was in and out service, you know, they was this, you know, just look for that in the owner. Try to find out what their background is. And as I said, I've worked in corporate America for over 20 years. So I had all of that too. And plus my own personality, I'm very type A, I'm very structured, I'm organized. You know, that's just a part of my personality, who I am, before I even thought about opening a salon. So you want to look at that too, see what type of behavior the owner seems that they have. Like I said, read their online reviews and find out how long the salon has been in existence. How long has this owner been an owner? Has this owner been an experienced owner? Has this owner retained stylists for years? Look at all of that, because just like they're interviewing you, you want to be kind of interviewing them too behind the scenes before you even go there. Do all this research, because if someone hasn't owned a salon before, they have a learning curve. That's with anything in life that we do, and we new to it and we're just learning it. There's going to be a learning curve.
Thank you.
It's going to take some years before they learn it, and still, you know, you can own a business and it's still going to be things that happen that you never thought would happen. So look at how people handle stress. Because some people, in all honesty, when they're stressed, they kind of be mean, they kind of get snippy, they kind of get snappy, they kind of get spicy. You know, all those S's, snappy, spicy, you know. So, you know, you need to work somewhere where someone can handle, they're good at handling stress. They don't snap at the clients, they don't snap at the stylists when they're stressed. Because owning a business is a very stressful thing. So you definitely want to look at the owner and see, you know, how long or how many years of experience the owner has, and find out, you know, if they if they offer any kind of commission, you know, opportunities. Do all that research. You can find all that out online by their website. Now, if they don't have a website, in my opinion, that's a red flag. Like, I think that's a no-brainer. When you own a business, you need to have a website. Even if you work there and you find a salon you want to work in, get you a website too. Get you your own website, because you still an individual. You still building your own brand. So get you a website. They have some free websites out here. They have some low websites out here that's not expensive. So get you a website right away so that you can start building your brand. The seventh tip, like I was just kind of saying, the owner, the salon owner, may be in a learning mode. They're learning. So you have to decide on your top 3 list. Do you want a salon owner who's in a learning mode, where they haven't been an owner long, or you want an owner who is kind of seasoned and been owning a salon a while, and they seem, you know, to retain, when you look on their websites and stuff, you see that they seem to retain their stylists for a while. The stylists seem to stay there for a while. And then you guys, you know, I feel what's lacking too in the hair industry is communication. Sometimes if you see everything, you got the 3 ticks for, you know, this one salon or maybe 2 salons, and 3 of the things that's on your top 3 must-have, they have it. When you finally get there to interview, you know, ask the owner questions too. You know, you can offer them, you know, opportunities to tell you what they offer. Don't just sit there and be quiet and listen to what they got to say. You know, you want to sell yourself too, and you want them to sell their salon to you too. And you want them to tell you why you should work at this salon over here with me. So what you want to do is have your questions already jotted down that you want to ask. And one of the questions is, you know, about education, salon education. Do they offer that? You know, what kind of classes do they offer? You know, whatever is on your top 3 list, if the owner doesn't mention it, then you want to make sure that you mention it in the interview. So this is what I have for you today. This is my fresh out of Cosmo school. What's next? This is the episode 1. I'm going to actually make a playlist about this. It's going to be called Fresh Out of Cosmo School. So you can go to that playlist anytime you want to learn any tips or information. Please drop down below whatever you want me to talk about. Please don't forget that I've been in this industry over 30 years. I'm retired now. I own a storefront and 2 salon suites simultaneously, meaning at the same time. I had mainly a commission team of hairstylists The longest one of my stylists was there was almost 8 years, but I had stylists that was there for years. So I was, good with the retention of my stylists. So I'm just here to offer you my humble feedback to hopefully help you. So this is my Fresh Out of Cosmo School playlist that I'm starting. I may add some old videos to that playlist if I see they fit in with what I'm talking about. And please drop down whatever you want me to talk about on this playlist or on any of my playlists. And please don't forget to subscribe, join my tribe, join my family. Come ahead and come on and join me. I'm always trying to give you good tips and information to help you along the way. So please, you guys, have a blessed and prosperous week. I'm going to see you soon on my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. Please drop a comment. And please subscribe. I'm going to see you guys on the next video. Peace and blessings.